What people call pretty privilege is like a mixture of things like colorism, fat phobia. I'll say something and then they realize that like I'm friends with this person and their face like just drops. I know people get really weird about like dark skinned people. I try not to let it get into my head though, because like if you acting like that, like why are you acting like that?
I'm in New York City. Who am I here with?
Jakaya, Raya, Bailey, Sam,
Xavier Gomez.
Marty, Justin. You here with Vanity.
Gabsa,
MJ Banger.
You here with CJ the Dawn, you already know the vibes.
Do you believe in pretty privilege? The idea that people who are more attractive have it easier in life versus people who are less attractive?
Hell yeah, of course.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Yes, I agree.
It definitely exists.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's complicated. What people call pretty privilege is like a mixture of things like colorism, fat phobia, shit like that.
Yeah, I do.
I guess there's some cases where it does apply.
What situations do you think they apply in?
Social media, celebrities where it applies to.
Honestly, there are people who have gone viral just for looking good.
I believe in pretty privilege because females, if they pretty, men gonna get them anything respectfully. Like, if they look good, the man gonna buy them. They're gonna try to trick. That's the word I was looking for. They're gonna trick on them, feel me?
From when you're young, society is like, this is kind of, it's cool to look this way, or like this is desirable. And so it's kind of pushed since you're a kid to achieve some type of likability in society. And I think that if you are perceived by other people as like being cool or being attractive, you're like automatically assumed to be nice or more trustworthy.
For us, when we were born, like the early 90s, that kind of beauty was the most idealized version of beauty. So that's what we have in our brains.
It is something that's constantly changing, and I feel like there's a lot of context because for like women, you have to experience different reactions from men, and sometimes it can be kind of a negative thing.
Have you seen it in your own life, in your own experience?
Yes, I definitely have. It was times like I'll try to get something, they would dub me off that. But I see probably a female or a different gender or someone look better or something, try to do that, they accept it.
If I go to the vape store all done up, sometimes I get a free vape. If I go just waking up, I'm not gonna get a free vape.
Sometimes I'll go to the club and like, this used to happen a lot actually. I have these two light-skinned friends. They would like give me their coats and like have me stand around to hold the coat because they were gonna go around and talk to people. Almost with the assumption that like I'm not here to also like talk to people.
Do you think that's something we've recently created, like it's a superficial thing, or do you think that's just how humans have been since the beginning of time?
I feel like humans always been like that.
I feel like it's how humans have been forever, and I also feel like let's say like it's a pretty female or whatever, and somebody comes up to them, or somebody just being nice to them for absolutely no reason, like literally no reason. It's based off of looks.
I say both because humans created it. I know before, obviously, they had females that men were providing for. I feel like it was created in that type of way, but it was also created by us now because I feel like now females, they rather have men pay for their social needs and stuff.
So that's interesting. I kind of feel like it's both because it is very fabricated, and like what she was saying, every generation, every era kind of has its different version of its own beauty trends and stuff. But the reason for it, I think, is maybe a human nature thing of just like wanting to find a group of people to feel safe. I don't know why it exists. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of both, like 50-50.
I don't think it should have anything to do with the way you approach somebody. I don't think that you should automatically go based off of looks. Everyone is beautiful. I think everybody look their own way. Not everybody goes to people that are attractive just so that they could get their attention. Some people automatically do it because, oh, they're pretty. I'm not gonna go to an ugly person to ask them a question. Like, even if it's not, oh, I'm trying to talk to you or anything like that, or I think you're this, that, and the third, or I want to take you on a date. Like, even if that's not the case, like, I feel like it's more natural for people to automatically go to somebody that they find attractive.
Well, that's pretty unfortunate then, right? Because there could be some less attractive people who are great people, and most people would never know because you're not approaching a person like that.
First of all, the people who's less attractive, they just gotta stay motivated to themselves, stay confident in themselves. They go get themselves where they gotta be.
Do you think there's a way that we can maybe combat that to make it less of a problem, or do you think that this is just how humans are and it's always been like this?
It's nothing that can change it. It's millions of people in the world. Everybody is entitled to their opinions, and we live in New York. All these people is doing whatever the hell they want to do. They talking to whoever they want to talk to. That's it. Like, ain't nobody could tell nobody nothing for real.
I mean, as far as right now, it's gonna be hard, but I believe in the people, bro. I believe people could do that.
To be honest, I think we far gone from now. I think we could like step back a little bit, but I feel like now this era is more involved into females getting things from men now. Like, their first thing is not get a job. It's like, all right, let me get a man to buy me, pay my bills, buy me clothes. So I think we already too far gone, but we can backtrack a little bit if nowadays society men, stop buying female things and stuff, hold it down for a little bit. That's all.
The best thing we can do is unpack what we find attractive, like why. And I don't think like people need to like date who they don't want to date or anything like that, but I do think that people should think critically about like why they're making any choice that they're making in life. If they can do something different, try out something different. You might be surprised.
It's interesting what's happening with social media, like specifically TikTok, creating all these like sub-micro niches. For an example, I have like a hook nose, and I've never seen anyone appreciate that before until people on TikTok were like, oh, like we're gonna make this a thing. People getting together and celebrating things things that aren't typically in our current beauty trends is cool, and it has personally like affected me in a positive way, but I don't know that that's going to be very impactful on a large scale.
Nothing's really gonna make a difference. The most attractive thing is just like being
Like,
really
authentic to
authentically who you
yourself.
are. Like you don't have to fit into those
Yeah.
standards. You just have to like really be
Like if
sexy
you want to
in who
cover
you
yourself
are.
in glitter every day, then
You
cover
know?
yourself in
Exactly.
glitter.
If you wear like fairy clothes, just feel
Right.
sexy wearing fairy clothes.
You had me and then you lost me.
We spend so much time trying to look a certain way because we think other people are going to perceive us that way. But like, are you having fun doing that? Enjoy yourself, have fun, and let everything else go.
I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and if there are any topics you'd like to hear me talk about in future videos, leave a comment down below.